Good afternoon. This is GCHS-TV News. I'm Malia Grayson.
And I'm Haley Howard.
We begin with today's top story with a Super Tuesday rout ending one candidate's presidential hopes. Elizabeth Warren has ended her Democratic presidential bid after a disappointing finish in Super Tuesday states. That's according to a person familiar with her plans. The Massachusetts senator hasn't endorsed Bernie Sanders or Joe Biden. Warren's campaign had the markers of success: robust poll numbers, impressive fundraising, a national organization. But she was squeezed out by Sanders, who had an immovable base of voters she needed to advance. In the end, she didn't even win her home state, finishing third behind Biden and Sanders. Warren's exit from the race Thursday came days after Amy Klobuchar quit. It leaves the Democratic field with just one remaining female candidate, Tulsi Gabbard.
Scrambling to keep the coronavirus at bay, officials have ordered a cruise ship to hold off the California coast to await testing of those aboard. After a passenger on an earlier voyage died, at least one after the other became infected. A Gulf Coast Guard helicopter is expected to deliver test kits to the Grand Princess once it reaches the waters off San Francisco Bay later in the day. Princess Cruises has not disclosed how many people are aboard the vessel, but says fewer than 100 had been identified for testing.
Stocks are falling in midday trading on Wall Street, erasing 2% from major indexes, a day after they surged 4% as the mood swings back to fear about economic fallout from the virus outbreak. Markets turned lower overnight after trading moved west from Asia to Europe. The losses were widespread, though not as sharp as earlier in the morning. Treasury yields sank toward more record lows, and gold rose as investors looked for safer investments. Markets have been stuck on an up-and-down roller coaster for weeks because of uncertainty about how much damage a fast-spreading virus will do to the economy.
Checking in on Kentucky news. A Kentucky school district has removed a Bible verse from an athletic locker room after receiving a complaint from the Freedom from Religion Foundation. Letcher County School Superintendent Denise Yance told WYMT-TV on Tuesday that the decision came after the organization sent a letter to the district stating that the message violated the Constitution. Yance said that she consulted with the school board attorney and officials decided to paint over the verse since it was not a student-generated display. Freedom of Religion Foundation co-president Annie Laura Garrell said that the statement she applauded in the action.
Opponents of legalizing medical marijuana in Kentucky have pushed back as the focus shifts to the Senate. The lineup of opposition Wednesday included a prosecutor and a doctor. Warren County Commonwealth's attorney Chris Coron says more research of medical cannabis is needed. He also warns legalizing it could spark future efforts to allow recreational use. A bill supporter, Jamie Montalvo, says those arguments are an effort to keep Kentucky among the minority of states that haven't legalized medical cannabis. He's with Kentuckians for Medicinal Marijuana. Medical marijuana is legal in 33 states. The bill passed Kentucky's House last month.
Governor Andy Beshear has announced a new effort to help Kentucky residents to determine if they are among the nonviolent felons who are qualified to vote. The website unveiled Wednesday that it features a searchable database. It lets people find out if their voting rights were restored. It's a follow-up to the executive order Beshear signed in December to restore voting rights to nonviolent felons with completed sentences. At the time, the action was estimated to restore voting access for about 140,000 Kentuckians, but Beshear said Wednesday that the figure is higher, at about 152,000 people.
A Kentucky House committee has approved a bill to expand the state attorney general's authority to enforce abortion law. The measure would expand the attorney general's power to regulate abortion facilities, including bringing civil or criminal penalties for violations. Media outlets report that the bill cleared the House Judiciary Committee on Wednesday. It would enhance the power of Attorney General Daniel Cameron to take enforcement action against abortion clinics without approval from Governor Andy Beshear's administration. Cameron is an anti-abortion Republican. Beshear is a Democrat who supports abortion rights.
On to entertainment news. Katy Perry has revealed she's pregnant in a very show business way. The 35-year-old pop star showed off her growing baby bump at the end of the video of her new song, Never Worn in White. Perry says on Instagram that her pregnancy is probably the longest secret she has ever kept. The news confirmed Thursday that Perry's label, Capitol Music Group, the baby will be Perry's first and the second for her fiancé Orlando Bloom, who has a 9-year-old son, Flynn. My ex-wife, Miranda Kerr. Perry joked that she relieved to share the news.
R&B singer R. Kelly has pleaded not guilty to a 13-count federal indictment that includes sex abuse allegations involving a new accuser. An attorney for the 53-year-old musician entered the plea on his behalf in Chicago federal court on Thursday. Kelly stood beside his attorney in orange jail garb. The superseding indictment that was unsealed last month includes multiple counts of child pornography. Prosecutors say another superseding indictment is expected in the coming weeks, but provided no details. Kelly faces several dozen counts of state and federal sexual misconduct charges in Illinois, Minnesota, and New York. He has denied abusing anyone.
Coming up, Callie Ramsey will take a look at our weather for this weekend, and Ashton Lacey will catch you up on the latest sports news. That's when we return on GCHS-TV News. Welcome back to GCHS-TV News. I'm Haley Howard.
And I'm Aaliyah Grayson.
Let's join Callie Ramsey in our Weather Center for a look at what's in store for this week's weather.
Good evening, everybody. We're looking outside of Greenwood County High School currently. We have clear skies, but that may not last very long as we're going to see some flurries later on this afternoon. Let's take a look at this evening's weather. So tonight it's mainly clear overnight with winds at 5 to 10 miles per hour with a low of 37 degrees. Friday it's going to be cloudy with showers and possible flurries early on with a high of 41 degrees. Blustering winds at 15 to 25 miles per hour. Friday night is going to be considerably cloudy and cold with lows of 27 degrees and winds of 5 to 10, 15 miles per hour. Looking ahead at this weekend. Saturday will start warming up a little bit, but it won't be until Sunday when we'll start seeing some spring temperature in the 60s. Also, don't forget to change your clocks Sunday night. Ashton Lacey will see you with sports after this break with GCHS TV. I'm Callie Ramsey.
Underway last night in Moorhead with Lewis County and Boyd County advancing to Monday night's semifinals. Semel Keefe paced Lewis County with 25 points and 11 rebounds as the Lions defeated Bath County 66-53. Lewis County outscored Bath County 21-9 in the first frame. Wyatt Yates kicked in with 12 points and 6 assists. Zach Otis led the way for the Wildcats with 20 points. Boyd County used 9 made three-pointers and a 21-point outing by senior Blake Stewart to dispatch West Carter 76-60. Austin Gibbs added 17 and Carson Webb netted 12. The Lions shot 50% from beyond the arc and turned 13 Comets turnovers into 14 points. Braden Lettingham led all scorers with 22 points for West Carter. Action tonight resumes at 6:30 p.m. with undefeated Ashland tangling with Russell, followed by Rowan County and East Carter at 8. Checking news from Major League Baseball, Aaron Judge has not given up on being ready for the New York Yankees opener in Baltimore on March 26, but still does not know the cause of soreness in his right pectoral muscle and shoulder. The star right fielder has undergone 7 to 10 tests, and more are scheduled. Judge stopped workouts about a week before spring training after experiencing soreness while swinging, then it felt soreness on February 28th while hitting in an indoor cage for the second consecutive day. Judge feels fine some days and experiences discomfort the next. That's a check of sports. More from GCHS-TV when we return in just a minute.
Finally today on GCHS-TV News, a Colorado woman captured video of another woman approaching a loose moose at the side of a road and nearly getting stomped by the animal. Anna Stonehouse posted a video to Facebook that she said was filmed in late February at the side of a Breckenridge Road. The video shows people gathered to watch a nearby moose from a distance when a woman walks up to the moose and touches its body. The moose turns on the woman and lifts its front legs off the ground, nearly trampling the woman, who then flees from the animal. "I thought it was pretty shocking, and everyone else around did too," Stonehouse said. "We all wanted to keep our distance and get away and let the moose do its thing. To see someone act that way, it seemed very childish and inappropriate and ignorant." Colorado Parks and Wildlife officials said the woman in the video has been identified and was issued a citation for harassment of wildlife. That will do it for GCHS-TV News. Join us again on Monday and Tuesday at 2:45 for your first check of news.
Have a great weekend, everyone.